Welcome back in, guys, to Fierce XP, to our Wargame Red Dragon series, where we are playing Busan Pocket, the first campaign. We are on episode 4, turn number 4, and things are popping off. It's getting pretty spicy on all fronts here. We've got a lot of decisions to make, and one of the first being we did win in Tur 1. It was pretty rough, but we managed and repelled the enemy. They went off into this untouchable land. We could rush them into Sokcho. However, some of our units are only 2 initiative units. We could not initiate a battle properly here. We'd have to wait an additional turn for the tanks and artillery and stuff to arrive. Even if we did that, these units would come back in, and I believe our win conditions are we must hold all 3. Yeah, it says right here, control before turn 10. This is one route to try to achieve a total victory in the campaign, but I want to make it clear, I guess, at this point, that my goals for the series, most of all, is just to have fun with this, and part of it is getting the most out of each campaign, and the twists that it offers, the scripting events, the problems that are presented to us that we've got to solve. And here's an example of one. Down in Yeongdeok, how about some Chanmaho 5s, which outclass virtually every single thing that we've got on this entire campaign, other than the M1A1s. It's scarier than our K1s, even though it's statistically similar. There's quite a few of them. And that many Chanmaho 2s with a 16 AP cannon. This is just an example of a new problem that's just emerged in this campaign, and I love that. And if we were to rush and try to finish this, well, we don't even have to deal with that. Same with down here in Uchang. They're kind of battered, but we've got a problem here. We've got to figure out how to solve this. Same with up here. We've got a tank battalion moving in that's going to attack Seoul. We're going to have to repel that. So I'm not really that interested in rushing through the campaigns and getting a total victory. I don't really care that much. If it's a major victory or even a minor, I want to have fun with it and see all the different dynamics and events and problems that we've got to solve. And another big part is we've still got a lot of units to deploy. On both fronts, we need more turns, more political points to get some of them on the field, and this will be true throughout the campaigns, that I want to see what all these units have to offer and make use of them and stuff. So all that being said, we're not going to rush this. I don't know that we'd basically have to win this turn with just the Marines, and then maybe that would be a total victory. It's possible. I think I've even done it before, and you could deploy some Hornets and stuff over there and help get it done. Choppers can go in. We're not going to do that. All that being said, we need to be ready in Tur 1 to win again before getting stronger and making our final push into Sokcho, as well as dealing with Seoul being attacked. The first thing we're going to do is R&R up here. One thing we could do is preemptively get the Abrams moved in, but that would not be good. We would be attacked here, and if you have an area in conflict and it's not able to retreat, it'll be destroyed. So it's a risky move. We're going to stay put for just the moment. The other thing that I was looking at that I think we're going to do is just trying to choose between what we're going to deploy. And I really want to get the Hornets in here. It would just do wonders. I think instead, a smarter move might be, I'd feel a lot better having the autocannons of the LAVs, the Bushmasters, up here. Deal with the last of the choppers and some just light transports and that kind of crap, because we've got the M1A1, but they can get overwhelmed even though it's a powerful tank, and the transports of the Marines just aren't quite as good. So we're going to move the N60s up, and then instead we're going to deploy the Marines. This is a similar regiment to the one that we already brought in here. It's got SMAs, US Marine 90s, some AA. Look at all the mortars. That's great. M60s, which are outclassed by these T-72s to some degree, I would say. It's pretty kind of similar. We're going to have to go toe-to-toe there with our M60s. However, the other thing I noticed here is 4 STRBs, and those Hellfires are more than capable of dealing with some T-72s. So this is going to be a big part of the strategy, and in some ways it kind of replaces the Hornets, which we would have gotten in. Because if we had dropped the Hornets in, I probably would have kept them in Seoul to deal with the T-72s, but this unit also has Strelas and Shilkas, neither of them radar. Quite a few of them would be a problem. So the STRBs are a better solution for that. Now, they've got to deploy in the sea here, no problem, and we'll disembark them into Seoul, and they should be all fitted and ready to go. The other nice thing is they start with a lot of cohesion, and they've got nice initiative and everything, so just a solid fighting force on their own. We're going to want the Prowlers back up here. No radar AA from Yunnan, but I think they've still got some in Pyongyang. And then the Phantoms, of course, also can head up there. They're kind of useless. they did not bail us out last year. But we don't need them in Yunnan. In Seoul, sorry. Okay, the other thing that I noticed is, despite having a lot of units here, they're kind of tattered. There's a lot of T-55s left and T-63s, but a lot of this has already been torn up. We do have all of our tanks. We barely used them. Said we would in the last one, and we didn't. We're going to force these M48s to hold their own, get into action. They, especially the Warsaws, both of them can go against the T-55s. They'll also get popped, but it's got to be enough. We've also got some TOWs and some M36s that can do okay, and some infantry to slow them down. But these choppers here are getting out. We need help in Yeongdeok. This is going to be the fight for our lives. They've got Shokas, which are going to be a real pain to try to support with air and take out the tanks. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to maneuver and manage all of that. They've still got some jets, but they're beat down. The Su-25s, they've only got one left. We damaged them in the last one, but there was one that got away and stayed in the group. But the MiG-29s, there's still 4. So, of course, the KF-16 and Peace Bridge are going to go back in. We've only got one KF-16 left. The bomb trucks will go and support against the T-55 still, that's okay. But the Sabres with the rocket pods can come up here. In some ways, they're disposable. They're nice and cheap at 55 points. In a desperate scenario, the Browning can go and fight some aircraft a little bit. We don't mind if the Shilkas beat them up, and it gives away the positions of the Shilkas, as well as we can rocket pod, just fire position and maybe beat some of them. So I like the idea of getting the Sabres up here for some extra support, and then of course the Peace Pheasant. With the jets, like this ATGM, as well as the choppers, is going to be our primary way of dealing with the Chamaho 5s. 16 front armor, 19 AP, it's going to be the best way. Now that we are free in Daegu, we dealt with that chopper unit that came in, but we destroyed it. And it is nice that we've got now IHawks, as well as 263s to help support against those jets. And we've got quite a few infantry with pretty good cohesion too. I don't think there's any risk of Daegu being taken, at least at the moment. But we're going to have to wait, because these K1s would be out of commission and they would have everything other than the Pungai. That's going to be a real test there. But I think that we're going to... I was thinking of deploying some napalm. What are our choices? We can do the M60s, which are not good, but bullet sponges sort of. The Seahawks would have been great for the T-72s, but they do have the Shilkas and Strelas, and then we can't afford it anyway, the 15 points. So instead, we could have napalm either down in Busan, or we could have napalm up top here in Seoul. In fact, the napalm up in Churwan might be better. I think we can hold our own, although with no air support, it's a little bit of a bummer. But we do have the jet support, or sorry, the boat support, the STRBs. They've got a lot more. Well, they've got anti-air both places, honestly. I think let's go up here. We can block certain channels where we are getting overrun and stuff like that. We're not going to attack anywhere. We're going to stay put. Now, let's just make sure we're R&R'd everywhere. The blinking ones still have action points left, but we are good there everywhere, I think. So let's go. Damn, this is what we feared. Seoul is under the threat of North Korea. Our task force remains in danger as long as the situation is not reversed and Seoul is not secured, Major. Okay, here we go into Uchang. Total value of forces, we are way outgunned. It's partly because we moved our choppers out. Let's have a quick look again at what they've got. Just a ton of tanks, but also a lot of artillery. Good number of infantry. I didn't quite realize we were that outgunned still, but we got a hold. We're going to be able to, I think. We've got 4 income, and we're going to have probably an additional 5. We'll maybe fight out a Geochang. The downside to Geochang is air deployment is not the best. It's too close to the enemy, so you often don't get your bombs off. They've got Strelas, but that is it for dealing with our bombers. And I like our chances there. We only got 10 ECM, but the other alternative is we fight from Daegu. We just take the 6 income with Busan, and our jets will have a little bit better time coming in from further back and hitting these bridges and stuff. But it is nice to spawn in here with our tanks and that type of thing. Let's jump in and let's have a look. The good news is their morale is so bad, we only need 500 points. So this should be pretty quick. Should have noticed that earlier. So let's hold this back here. Let's get a bit of recon out. You can kind of hide here and here. It's fine. Maybe here. We're going to mostly have bomb jets, and let's grab the veteran ones. And then we're going to start with the cheaper tanks with the rookies, and we're going to kind of just maneuver around in this space and see if we can survive it. We got quite a few points, so let's mix in a couple Warsaws, and we can maybe bog them down even with infantry. They do also have, what is it, F5s? For that reason, we'll get a couple Stingers. It's the only thing we've got, but of course they're going to be bombing here where all the action is. We've only got 4 cargo trucks. We've got almost nothing for resupply. But the tanks have got to be enough, and I think they will be. Let's get this Fiat's going to come over here to help support them. Same with all these Fiats. They basically all need to be fighting up here. And instead we'll get these little cheaper ones just to be some eyes elsewhere. See if there's any CVs sneaking around or anything. So we're going to... Our bombers will be spawning back here. We can't spawn new vehicles up top, but it's okay. We're not expecting this to go very long. Let's get ready. Okay, oh, we gotta deploy our CV there. Good. Start getting bombers out. Forgot they had choppers too. Glad that the Stingers are available. Okay, we're fine. Start moving up. We lost 2 of our bombers, but that's okay. Okay, there is the artillery. Oh, they're dead. The air attack convoy, the choppers are down. That's great to see, because they're kind of a pain. What did we lose there, if anything? Yeah, a couple peace pheasants in one of the cheaper tanks. That's okay, though. The peace pheasants, as we see there, did all of the work, other than a few Stingers. So it was well worth it. Now, that was simple. Now, look at where they retreated. There's a good chance that they jump back into Daegu. I suppose we ought to R&R, and we can jump in if need be. It's a little uncomfortable. We'll have to see what they do. If they jump into Busan, all of our jets would be destroyed. I think that we move the infantry. We've got to have something there. The rest of these will R&R here. At least they're well weakened, but they've still got a lot of tanks there. A lot of cheap tanks. As we suspected, they didn't attack here. And we're okay with that. We're going to just leave it, and we can just bring the house. Kind of like before, we're going to bring it all in. Because could they attack again next turn? I guess they could technically, but they've got some, like the tanks there, they've only got 2 initiatives, so they can't do it all in one turn. We're going to move everything in there. We've even got time to deploy here, so we could bring in the Hornets for the T-72s. What does Chirwan look like? Let's just have a look at the battle screen. We way outmatched them now, finally, which is great. They've still got a bunch of cluster bombers. They got 1 more radar guided, but almost no more infantry, just a bunch of T-55s. The clusters, of course, are dangerous for our M1s. So what would be the most effective way? Taking out the Pungai, and then we've only got 2 Strela to deal with, and then the air is ours for choppers. We also now have the M60s, which is a lot more affordable, still very capable. Glad we brought those in. And then we've got US Marines, which are okay, at least, to maybe get 1 or 2 capture spots. But now we start with a whole bunch more. That's awesome to see. Makes us much stronger. We don't even have to hold Seoul anymore, which is kind of a bad starting location. Instead, we can start with these. But I'm not sure whether or not we want to attack. We could kind of get trapped here. If we attack, they get pushed out, but then they'll just come back in unless we destroy them. Versus if we wait, it's a risk, sort of. But if they attack, then we are freed up to move onward. I think we're going to end up probably attacking. We don't want to sit on our heels. Okay, the Phantoms are definitely moving in up here. Same with the Prowlers. There's that one Pung guy left. We can deploy, even though we are under duress. And the Sea Attack Squad is definitely appealing, but really it's the Hornets. I think we've got to get them in action. And the Corsairs could kind of go to either. I suppose, I don't think they're really needed up here. We'll keep them in Seoul for now. Young Duck is terrifying. We're just going to leave that for right now. But I think we're going to fight in Seoul. Let's knock them out. And then we've still got a little bit of deployment. We'll decide what to do with. We could get some more cheap tanks in and move them up, or we could kind of reinforce stuff back in Busan. Stuff like the artillery and the supply could be nice complements, but I think we go into Seoul. And in we go. It's really just the T-72s, of course, that we're scared about. They've got no other ground units, just the CVs and some AA. So they're stuck in Yonnan. We can maybe race some STRBs up that whole shoreline there. And then, of course, we're going to have to be careful up this whole channel. We can maybe get into this town, which would be really valuable. The SMAs having a little extra range and great AP. It's going to be one of our best approaches for this. And then 1 or 2 Hornets. We've got to be really careful. We do get 6 of them, and they've got good ECM. I'm excited for this one. Okay, I'm not sure about a fob. Actually, let's just get rid of it for now. An infantry is fine, and we're going to just protect our CV a little bit. Make sure that no T-72 sneaks in and gets deep on us. Now, we're certainly... They could spawn right here. I feel like there's a decent chance. We're going to start with some heavy firepower right there. And once we know that it's clear, then we will move up maybe into this town. We've only got the LAV scout, and we've got to be careful. They could also be right on this line here. We definitely want 1 or 2 STRBs. Ah, shoot. Okay, we're going to have to bring them in from back here. It's okay. We're going to send 1 up the river and maybe 1 into the shore here. The Hellfires can potentially hit up T-72s there. Definitely want at least 1 Hornet, and we might YOLO a Corsair. Let's keep it in the bank, give ourselves options, because we likely want to use it. The M60s are going to have to do. And then I think some mortars would definitely, not only for smoke, but just to punish and send some morale down. Okay, we've only got the 1 CV. We're not even going to have Naval Sector Bravo. It's a little rough. And this is not a deployment zone either. Shoot. Okay, so the Corsair is going to go. Maybe these M60s are going to go. The infantry are enough. And 1 of the STRBs, because we're going to have to spawn them in. This one's going to come up to the shore. This is not that expensive. And the Hazard Parry might even be able to fire. And I don't mind that necessarily. Now, can we get 1 more? Yeah, we can get attack on. And we're going to do that in Sandang. We can do this guy. We've got to be able to spawn in units. And air, but we've got no protection there. It is what it is. We're going to bring up now the STRB. It's going to be priority 1 to just get at least a little bit of firepower to make sure this doesn't get overwhelmed quick. Okay, when we go, we're going to mass deploy. Let's go. There they are, right at the front. Let's make sure our recon is safe. Okay, this STRB needs to get up there. The infantry should be able to basically hold. Hornet, let's go. Start hitting up some of those T-72s. Once they get close enough, the infantry will be able to handle them. So I'm wondering if we kind of smoke. Careful, careful. Okay, that's fine. Take a little bit of hits. And I think we start moving. Let's try to get a little deeper positions here. That's fine. The Shilkas are getting popped, but the STRB's on the way. It's okay. And this M60 is hitting the backside of them, so that's actually working well for us. We're gonna smoke off our approach, make sure the infantry can get in deep there. Let's get them all moving.
The enemy is in range, so are we.
Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. M60's got him. Come on, Smoss. Yeah, they got targets. Let's go.
Platoon is formed and ready.
Jump forward, Marines.
It always comes down
Come on, guys. It's go time right here. STRB's almost out. We're just going to bring him back to the TACOM. Keep this tank moving. Okay, rotate him back for a second. He's panicked, almost dead. There we go. Let's go flesh out whatever's left there. Maybe time to get some tanks rolling in. We'll just go roll around, see what's behind there. Okay, something. Maybe get the Hornet out this way. See if we can pick something off. There's their fob. Ooh, there's Strelas. I wouldn't mind taking them out. T-72, that's trouble. Let's get back. Hornet, come back around this way a little bit. Where's our recon? Get him up a little bit. Let's get another Hornet ready.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
We're definitely going to lose that engagement with the M60s. Oh, we got one off. Nice.
At the ready, sir.
Awesome.
Ready to go.
Love these Hornets. Doing great work.
Where do you need us, sir?
Okay, the infantry can do well moving through here. Nice, we got it. Glad we kept the Hornets there. Took 70 points of loss. What was that? Just some of the LVTPs, unfortunately. A couple smalls, no problem. They've only got 4 T-74s left. And we did destroy it. That's really great because I think that frees us up to basically now move out of Seoul. We no longer have to worry about that. And we're going to try to do the same thing in Tier 1. We're going to hit them up. Now, let's make sure we've got everything. We certainly have a lot of points compared to them. And I'm thinking we're going to mostly be M60s. A lot cheaper, decent gun, take on those T-55s. And then when the A-51s come out, because they will, we'll see if the Phantoms can perform a little bit better. They're better as an anti-aircraft rather than anti-helicopter. We got a lot better income this time. We got a lot better starting position. So let's go. Not too worried about these rear positions, but let's still kind of set up as if we're going to have a decently long engagement. Okay, that's fine. Just a bit of security back there. Keep a recon chopper nice and safe out of sight. And then our main pushing force, we're going to get some tanks rolling right up Main Street there. And we're going to have some ready to go here too. I think we've got mortars. Really glad about that. And so they can help with the tanks a little bit, maybe try to stay out of sight, and the Phantoms are going to be important. We'll grab that veteran one. A couple LAVs, I mean, they'll die probably, but it's okay. The versatility in guns with the autocannons I'd like to have in there. And I think, yeah, maybe one M1 we'll put out in the big open space there. And otherwise, I think just choppers will kind of wait to have as a quick responding force, but there's going to be quite a few in Echo that we're going to punch in and face right away. You know what? For that reason, I wonder if we should have a Cobra ready. Let's go. There's a bunch of them. Let's get these guys rolling.
Let's rock and roll.
Get the transports out. Get these tanks going. Not sure if they had AA there. I didn't see it. Get ready for the air response. Let's get some planes up. In fact, we're going to start sweeping around, getting ready for their spot where they pull out. Stole some cargo, see if we can get them out. Don't see the jets yet, but they're coming probably. Ooh, Pungai. Let's see if that LAV can go take him out. These guys can keep probing. There they are. We got any more? We got one. Let's go. Ooh, we almost got taken out. This one too, almost gone. He is gone. Not sure if we get him. Oh man. Alright, good. We're in okay shape. Let's bring in some more. We've only got one more M60. We'll just kind of keep bringing in assets. We'll go feel one out over here. Better bring some vehicles. Just have a little bit of anti-chopper. Ouch. Did we lose anything valuable here? We still have an Abrams. We're okay. Also, ouch. Oh, no. Yep. Dang, there goes M1 and the M60s. Okay. Only got one Phantom. He got out. Not great. Those are really causing a big problem for us. This was messy. We've only got 9 points left. We're gonna finish it here, but ouch, we took some heavy losses. A few of our big tanks there, but it's okay. Should be, I think, a total victory here. Need to get rid of the anti-tank. Got rid of the Pungai, so there's only 2 Strelas left. These jets, once we get the Hornets in, that's going to make a big difference. They've got a tight turning radius, they're really fast, and they've at least got the sidearms. They don't have the long engagement. And all the choppers are gone too. So it's okay, we're making progress there. We had some heavy losses. There's a Phantom, M60s, only one of the M1s, I'm glad to see. A couple vehicles. Oh, is it 470 total? It's okay. It's okay. We got the job done there. And now we can reinforce from Seoul. Oh man, Young Duck. Let's see what happens. Ooh, and everyone else came into Daegu. We might almost have to retreat. This could be devastating. Can they move in? No, they would need choppers. I want to make sure they can't move into Busan because all of our jets would die if they captured it. They just moved in, they used their initiative, and they can start the battle. However, we want to avoid battle, just move back here because otherwise everyone's going to die. Major, we can now confirm that our forces are backing off. Busan is now directly threatened by enemy forces. We advise you to reinforce the town's defense or launch an immediate counterattack. Over and out. Nothing happened there. Nothing crazy. We, of course, need to launch the counterattack into here. Everything goes. They have not attacked in Yeongdeok, and I might just leave it at that. I don't know. We've got a lot of political points. This unit can now for sure move forward. What do we do here? They've got just the tanks and some choppers. It's a little unfortunate we can't move forward. We have to defeat them, and then we can move these guys in. They could join in the battle if we moved up right now. I don't think it matters. We wouldn't use up their cohesion at least. We're going to send all the air anyway. It's a little unfortunate we're getting stalled out here. But let's see what else we can deploy. We can get the Seahawks in. We can get some more armor in. I'm thinking we may actually want some help up front. Got quite a few points. Let's bring the artillery, and we have not had any supply on this front. The only place we've had it is Yondak. Could also bring in some napalm. I think instead we could reinforce the phantoms that are so beat up. We've got quite a few political points, so let's do that. That uses up all their initiative. Wow, I'm gonna have to remember that. And I'm not sure exactly what to do with the Marine Regiment. I suppose we may as well bring it forward. We need to destroy them. We need to absolutely crush them. Otherwise, we will keep getting caught here. Or we wait for them to attack, but I don't want to risk that because I don't know if they will, just like Young Duck, where they have not attacked yet. They're bringing in even more infantry, and those are shock infantry, not militia. Geo Gokdai and Biban Chungpo. Nailed it. Not sure what to do in Sherwan. I think we've got to do it. They just moved these in. Their morale is so low, so it's not going to take much to defeat them, unfortunately. Now, if we destroy the CV, it might destroy the battle group. We're going to have to just try it. And let's just go. I think they've got 0 AA. That was just the tank group. Now, they did have some choppers, but it was only 4 CVs. So this is going to be a big flex of M1s. You're just going to kind of scatter them everywhere. This infantry can deploy. And what do we got for recon? Just use a... Well, I don't want them to get popped, actually. We could have just a Cobra up, at least. And the M1s have decent... That's right, decent optics. Okay, that's fine. Let's go.
Changing position. Start the engine. You've got something for me?
I guess the Hornet is certainly capable. Let's do that.
What are your orders, sir? Let's fly.
That's how you take out a chopper.
Heading to giving grid reference.
Kind of want to be careful here. Like, we could
Get it out.
destroy them, but not enough to actually kill the battle groups. These pesky tanks are still going to be sitting around. But I'm not sure there's another way to approach it. It's all good. I'm not stressed about how this all goes down. So they've only got 1 chopper CV left. It did not destroy the battle group, but it does send them out. We're stuck. Can't do anything. We're going to be at the mercy of them just coming right back in, which is okay. We should get the... Ooh, what do they got here? F5s. Do we have any AA at all up here? Probably not, eh? We still have political points. Anti-tank. Well, we may as well get that deployed, I think. Let's do that. And bring it into Young Duck. Okay, we can have the sabers up here. That's cool. Peace pheasants. Stay up here. Bomb trucks can go over there. And the air superiority that way. We gotta wait. Let's enter. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is going to be it to end this episode. Now, we did sure bring a lot in here. We've got almost double the value, but that's not the most important thing here. It's how big a losses do we take to these Chunmahos. And they've got good AA. They've got 20 anti-air units. So almost anything that we spawn out there, we're just going to get torn apart. We're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is with a lot of K1s. We did bring a second group of them in. How else are we going to deal with it? We've got the Ihawks. I guess for close air support, the Kilos can be really effective. We just won't be able to push them much at all. And then we're going to lose Peace Pheasants if we've got to. But the M48s can be meat shields a little bit. This could get ugly. We've got a ton of income at least. That's Great to see. And we only need 1,900 points. Excuse my dog, sorry. He's sees someone over at the park. Alright, let's get a tank somewhere back here in the tree line. And the helos are what's going to draw out their jets, and I don't mind that. Now, these tows are going to be almost useless. I don't expect we're going to get a lot of value out of them necessarily, but let's do it anyway. We could maybe get some up in this tree line to snipe. They can have a Fiat with them, and some of these 85s could do okay in this town. I mean, if they push in this deep, not sure which infantry will do best, but that's okay. They will come after this recon chopper, which I don't mind. Let's use the peace bridges, get all the veterancy we can get, and then I think we will get a couple of these. I mean, if we gotta sacrifice them to hold this back, we will do it. We don't even have smoke, which is really unfortunate. It'd be more M48s. We just need them to take the bullets. We will sacrifice them gladly. That'll be good enough. We got a little bit of anti-air. We're only holding Busan, but we've got a lot of income. Let's do it. And Peace Bridge out, just watching for any targets. It's going to be a little bit before they get here. I'm actually going to bring these infantry up into the forest. And these guys are all going to be up on this ridge. You got to remember, they've got a lot of AA, but they're going to hate seeing this recon helicopter. Okay, there's a lot of movement up there. We don't want to engage in this open space. Like right across this right here is going to be bad for us. Okay, let's bring our recon chopper back a little bit. There's artillery going off. We do have artillery, don't we? Let's do that. We even brought a fob. Where was that? Glad we dodged it. Where did we just get hit? These guys could start getting popped. Yep. Oh, these are the good ones too. Let's see if we can get out. Okay, the infantry might start being able to hit them here. The tows are going off. Let's think about getting some Oh, we definitely need choppers out this way. Let's get some more recon there. Infantry are doing a little bit of work. Okay, Chummo 5s. Where is the air? Surprised. That is a welcome sight. It's just in time. These guys are out of ammo. We better get some more tanks rolling in. Toes are out already. We got more rotating in. Need help on the Chummo 5s. Might get popped here. I think there's Shokas, but that's okay. Get out. Yep, there's the AA. Come on, just get the tow on. No. And this OH6 is at risk. Let's get them backed up a little bit. We've got more choppers to come in, but it's too risky there. They're supporting really well with the AA. K1s it is. I think let's hit that again. I doubt they moved. haven't seen any air yet. Let's see if we can get a side shot here. Come on. It's time to push. Ooh, nice. M48. Okay, smoking their approach. It's interesting. Time for the K1s to shine. It's mostly Chanmaho 2s. We can't push with the choppers. Better get ready for jets to come. They're not going to like this. Our artillery is picking up a couple kills there. At least one. We might just start pushing. Yep, no fives. Let's go. Only 400 points left. We're going to bring a little strike squadron over there. That's not good. Let's get a little bit of mobile supply up here. And actually, he could use some repairs too. We'll just bring these fresh ones for right now. M48 can go. And why not get these infantry back to the fob? No use in sacrificing them. Ouch. Nice. We can't really support up that far because our jets will get torched. Okay, let's split. We're gonna die here. No, might survive. Nice. We better get out. We don't want him out there by himself. We better be preemptive there. We don't want them to get in so deep that we can't repair these tanks. Okay, these guys are ready to start striking through that tree line. Well done. Okay, just gotta hold a little bit more. Ouch. Nice. Okay, there was Chanmaho 5s right behind too. Okay. Bunch of M48s, some toes. Couple K1s. Happy about that though. The K1s did a lot of work, and actually even the Sochong Su-85 did pretty good, as well as the toes on the choppers. Nice response there. So they've only got 2 Chanmaho 2s left. It's mostly 5s, but at least the swarm is gone for the most part. Still a lot of artillery. How many did the Korean got? A couple of Tokchan 130s. Not bad. That was another one. Oh, we got 3 of them. And they are, what are they? Pretty expensive units. Anyway, that was well done. And I think they attacked there. So that's also crucial, that we will now be able to rest, refit, can even help support here if we wanted to, which I don't think we do. We are back in this precarious situation up top that we've just got to deal with. Now, we're gonna get the victory, I think. That's not the issue. It's more, can we do it in time? I'm gonna do this just to see what happens. No, I wanted to see if we can now move these units into here, but we can't. So we'll move them back. That's fine. We're going to move all the jets in. There's no reason not to. But we'll see where that takes us in the next episode. We're going to have to wait. Appreciate you guys joining in. Till the next one. Take care.